Hello, good afternoon. Okay, let's go ahead and hit recall. All right, let's get going. Okay, so it took me a minute. I had to figure out what size paper bead roller. And when I said that I bought, this is the first person I ever bought anything off of on YouTube, from a YouTuber. I highly recommend these tools or tools that are just like this. You don't have to buy from her, but it would be nice. I mean, it's good to support artists of your own community. But anyway, I bought her tools. They came within like less than they came really quick. I got them early on. So I decided I'm going to use my number 3 size on here. So this is my number 1, 2, and 3. So it'll be a 1/8. So anyway, like I said, this is the tools I use. If you do end up getting into paper bead making, I recommend that you do get a set of tools. They do cost like 30 bucks or something like that. I might be wrong on that. I've had these for at least 3 years now. They work great. But I do highly recommend that you use some kind of bead rolling tool if you are going to make paper beads. So I did change this perspective of my I did change the perspective of my tripod, so hopefully I can keep everything in camera and still show you. I have not rolled any of these yet, so this is my first time rolling them. So I know I'm off camera here, but my goodness, I rolled that, and I can't straighten it because of the stuff I used, the Mod Podge. I can't slide this around because it's Mod Podge. I don't like using as a finish because it gets tacky. Even if it's dry, I don't know if it's because where I live or how humid my house is or what, but it's always been very tacky of a finish. So I don't really like Mod Podge for that reason. Because when I pulled it away here, if you've ever watched any of my paper beading videos where I pull it away and I prop this end part up on my chest, and then I'll use my fingers to straighten this out because that's just how I do it. But that's not how I had to do it this time. Oops, sorry. That's what I have this here for. This is my, I want to keep my stuff there. But anyway, as you see, none of it's coming up off my hands because I did put, well, yeah, this is the glue. That's pretty normal. But none of it's coming off on my hands because I put that Mod Podge on. That's what that's on there for. So, see how I can't move this? It will not move for me. And I've got one flat end of my bead here. I've got one nice round side, and then this side's kind of flat. But, I mean, quite honestly, you wouldn't have noticed if I didn't point it out. So, here's what one of my beads looks like. Hey, come on, focus for me. Focus for me. Anyway, all right, so we'll get a couple done here. I don't know how many I will roll for you on camera because it's kind of a pill, trying to roll where I have to see and where you can see. So it's a little bit hard for me to see what I'm doing because this is not my normal rolling position. So I'm trying to, and I don't do it this slow normally, but since I need to be able to see what I'm doing, I have to kind of go a little slower. Well, it's good for a tutorial anyway. Even though this was never really meant to be a tutorial, it just was meant to be me crafting for the afternoon. But since I have to go a little slower anyway, I don't know, I think these are turning out pretty cool. And you gotta wait for it to get a little tacky, and then you can roll it without having to worry about your end pulling up on you. So yeah, this is rolling pretty good so far. I like the way these look. They look pretty cool. So here's what we've got so far. Those are turning out pretty cool. I like that. Let me see how much time. I may be able to get 2 more in. I'll try to roll a couple more. Like I said, this is my 1/8 inch hole one, because the number 2 fit. I don't remember what that was. What did I say it was? On here. The number 2 is 3 3/37, I think. Yeah. But that would have been a really tight fit, so I'm not gonna. I just decided to go up for the 1/8, I guess, and just call it good from there. I hope you've enjoyed, if you've watched all of these, I hope you've enjoyed watching them. I'm not the best teacher, but I do try to, you know, arts and crafts are meant to be, you know, it's kind of neat if you can take, not sure what that was, but there was something on the paper. There's whatever it was. Let me get rid of that first. I don't know what that was. It was something that was stuck on the paper, and I used my nail, and you can see I picked up some of the paint. So not sure what that was on the, if it was like because of my painting, or, you know, the Mod Podge on, and I lumped it on. I don't know. That could have been it too. Who knows? Definitely cannot roll these again. It can't position them. So once they're shifted, you either have to unroll it to do it again. But generally, once it's already tacky down like this, if you unroll it, you're gonna ruin it. So if it's funky shaped by the time you rolled it, well, you might as well just leave it, because then it's gonna just be funky shaped because of how you rolled it. So I finally tried my Hercules hard candies yesterday. I was so excited. I liked all of them. I think my least favorite was orange, but I do like the flavor. It just, you know, I liked all the other flavors better, but they're all really good. I like knowing that I know everything that's in there. Like, there's nothing chemical, you know, I don't care. I'm not too picky about food coloring dyes. I'm not that type of person. You know what? That's fine. If it makes my poop a certain color, whatever. I laugh because there's one year I made waffles for the family on St. Patrick's Day. And I made the batter with green food coloring. And everybody's poop that day was green, they said, because of the food coloring, not because of it made them sick or anything. Yeah, that was probably a TMI story. But anyway, you know, it didn't kill any of us, and none of us got sick from it. So, I mean, I'm not one of those people that gets all picky about, you know, food coloring and stuff, so I'm not worried about that. And all the other ingredients in there is like sugar, corn syrup, water. You know, it's comforting to know that people still make stuff from, you know, stuff that I would know what that stuff is. I mean, I don't know all the chemical names for various things. I'm trying to lose weight. That's why I don't really eat all those candies very often, but I leave them for the kids to eat. And apparently I have had, see, this is how I like to roll, but since I'm videoing for you guys, I have to roll this way so I can actually see what I'm doing. But, what was I saying? Crap. Don't remember. Oh my God, I hate my life sometimes. But anyway, you know, I've been trying to lose weight, so I'm not going to eat a whole bunch of those candies. But I'll be honest, I'm not the best at sticking with my diet. So I will be eating them, and I'm going to buy chocolate from them because I want to buy chocolate. I'm not sure. I might get some kind of turtles or something, or some kind of a cluster. I'm not a big fan of marshmallow, so I won't be buying any marshmallow. Although if I don't remember if they do a chocolate covered cherry. I don't know if they do. Those are really good. I like those. And I had no idea that, because I've watched them make those filled cream things, and I'm like, holy cow, I never knew that's how you make them. So it's really kind of cool seeing how something is made. I knew about starch molds because I watched a how-to of Skittles video, how it's made. I guess it's a show on TV, or it used to be on TV. As it'd have like 3 or 4 segments of how something normal is made, you know, like Skittles, or is it not Skittles? Maybe it's jelly beans. Might be jelly beans. There's one of them candies, and they show that they make their candy with a starch mold too. So I was like, oh, that's so neat. You know, that even a big company uses a starch mold. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other places do too. Oh, I'm going to really like these beads. They're so lightweight too. So, all right, here we go. This is what they look like. All right. You have a great rest of your afternoon. Bye. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, so I figured I would show what they all look like rolled. I wasn't going to sit there and roll all of them. This would have taken, I don't know, another good half hour to 45 minutes, which would be 4 more videos. And I figured it'd just be easier if I just lump this all in at the end of my last one, where I did roll a few on camera. So now the text here, before I show them, now the texture of these is very interesting. Rolling this paper was very different than rolling any type of other paper I've done. I've rolled paper, mail inserts, and it rolled funky to the point where like it would break every turn you make with it. So then you get like, you know, like a standard number 2 pencil that has 6 sides. Well, some of my beads end up, you know, looking like that, where they have, you know, hexagonal or octagonal shape design, because that's how they roll because of the style of paper. I'm not sure what type of paper it is, but some mail inserts do that. I've had some mail inserts where once you start rolling, the outer, I can't use an example, like the outer printed paper and the other printed paper, they like start separating. So then you have like 2 pieces, and then you have the little fuzzy core stuff in the middle. But this stuff, I don't know how to describe. It's very spongy. I don't know if that's the right word I want to use, but these beads are very light. Like, they're so light. I cannot wait to string these up and varnish them. I want to see, because with some paper beads, like when I make them out of like package material, that chipboard stuff, that type of paper absorbs, like the PC petrifier, just like it just absorbs it, and then it becomes this hard, denser bead. I don't know how to describe it other than that. So I'm assuming, since this is water paper or watercolor paper, this might do the same thing, like really absorb in the water, and these might end up becoming heavier. These are really, really light beads. But anyway, I don't know how to describe it. I really did like how these beads turned out. So, oh, and then I give you the one. Okay, so this one, and oh, I can't find it now. I just had it in Just had it in my sights. Was it this one? Yeah, these two were the really big ones. The last ones that I did. All the rest of these are 3/4 of an inch, or yeah, 3/4 of an inch. So anyway, they turned out really, really nice. I enjoyed this project a lot. So I might do it again just to finish up that paper. I don't know. It was just an afternoon thought, and I was like, you know what? That's interesting. I wanna do that again. So anyway, there are 30 beads here. Yeah, and I really like the way the colors came out. I like that a lot. There you go. Okay, all right. So this ends my afternoon crafting project. So thank you for watching if you watched the whole series. All right, thanks. Bye.